yeah, as you already kind of mentioned, many years ago, you were working on like a lot of video game satirical content and whatnot. And then you kind of had this like big transition kind of more towards the music side of things, but then also, of course, streaming. And even now you're making beats and you have your own beat store and whatnot. Can you explain to me just kind of how creatively freeing that's felt to kind of break away from the satirical content? Like, are there times where you almost kind of miss your old style, or is it just like you feel like you can be more yourself right now? Can you kind of go into that?
Yeah, no, you've already like nailed it, because it is it's very freeing right now where I'm at. When you make parody and when you make satire, it is shrouded in
In like a mask almost, right?
Yeah,
kind of in like a fake person.
Exactly. It creates sort of a mist, and if you don't really know, like, who, for let's strong example, and I don't know if you watch Eric Andre, but
Yeah, sure.
who really knows what Eric Andre is actually like, unless you go down the rabbit hole and see genuine interviews of how he behaves. But if you take his content at face value, you know what I'm saying? You have
Yeah.
no clue. You have
Right.
no clue who he is as an individual. And in some aspects during that journey, I realized that that's not what I wanted. I'm sure Eric Andre, you know, people who are deep into that sort of thing and who love it, they enjoy that aspect of it. But I kind of realized along the way that I became popular doing something that, how do I put it, that sort of disincentivized genuine connection, like authentic,
Right.
to like show who I am and to feel like I'm connecting with people, I guess.
Mm-hmm.
And that's when it became very conflicting. And the plan from the get-go was always to sort of do comedy in regards to slowly filter in and almost bring people into the music,
Right.
slowly, but that's totally not what happened.
Right.
It became the videos that blew up for the most part earlier on were the non-music related videos. It creates this pressure. Now I have to make more of this kind of thing now.
Right. And Eric Andre is a great example because he's someone who fully commits to that style, while you're a very articulate person, both in speechcraft and in just your lyrics and whatnot. So
Thank you.
To put yourself in the middle of like, here's something you should take seriously and here's something you shouldn't take seriously, it's such a tough line to walk because you'd never know if the audience is actually going to take what you want them to take seriously. Right.
It's painful. Yeah. Absolutely right. It's very, very painful, because that's kind of like, it's like when I'm gone from this world, or when my creative journey comes for some reason to a halt, I don't want to be remembered for that particular stuff, where I value it, but it's not what I want to be ultimately remembered for. I want to be remembered for things, I don't know, much what I deem much more important than comedy, which is the encouragement aspect, which is like you said, the speechcraft, that aspect, which I like how you brought in that terminology.
Hey there. You just watched a clip from my creative podcast. If you'd like to check out the full episode as well as other episodes as soon as they come out, you can support me over on Patreon for the $3 tier, or you can just subscribe here and wait for clips and podcast episodes to come out eventually.